Hi, I'm Lisa Sabaniak from Life Like You Mean It, and today I'm going to be talking to you about your needs, how valid they are, but your behavior might not be. Have you ever stopped and actually just taken a look at yourself? Just really look like you were a fly on the wall watching the way that you interact with the world, the way that you act and react to the things and people that are all around you, the way that you speak to yourself about yourself, the way that you speak to others or about others. Paying attention to these types of things brings a huge awareness for what it is that you are doing, because every single thing that we do serves a purpose. That purpose is to meet our needs. Now, our needs are 100% valid. Even if, when you start listing those needs, you start remembering some of the emotion around how you've gone about meeting those needs in the past, it doesn't matter. The need itself is valid. Let me give you some examples of some needs. You may have a need to be loved, accepted, respected, safe, to be heard, to have attention. All of these things are completely valid and pretty much universal. All of us have these same needs, but we go about meeting them in different ways. And those ways are simply based on what's worked in the past. So we start meeting these needs when we are just little kids. And if the way that we go about meeting that need works, well, then we're going to turn that into a habit. We're going to continue to try to meet that need in that way. So let me give you an example. As a child, you have the need to be heard. You also have the need for attention. All of the other needs are still valid, but let's just stick with these two for this example. Right? You realize as a little kid that for whatever reason, whether it's in your house or at a friend's house or at school or whatever, that the way to go about meeting the need is to misbehave because you do get attention then. And people are asking, why? Why are you doing that? You feel like you get an opportunity to be heard because people are asking for your opinion. They're asking for you to speak, explain yourself. Now, when we look at that, you can realize hopefully right away that acting out, misbehaving, and getting that type of attention is not really positive attention. It's attention that is negative. People are upset with you, and they're upset because of something that you've done, and they're still giving you attention, which is why you're going to turn around and continue to do that. And so, if that's what you learned when you were a little kid, then you are learning, number one, to go about getting those needs met by doing something that upsets other people, right? So they're going to give you that attention. Number two, you've also learned that getting attention is negative. But you've not set yourself up for receiving positive intention and then reinforce that with behavior that will continually allow you to get positive attention. So now you're an adult. And as an adult, you are still doing the same thing. Maybe you're not misbehaving in the same sort of ways, right? Maybe you're not doing the same things that you were doing when you were 8 years old, or when you were even 14 years old, or 16 years old. But you're still going about the habit of acting in a certain way in order to get a certain kind of attention. And that allowing you to feel good in that moment because the attention, even though it's negative attention, is still attention. When you raise your awareness to what it is that you're doing, you start to realize how valid the need for having attention is, but how the behavior is just a learned habit. It worked for you at a certain point, but now in your life, it's actually created a whole kind of series of circumstances that are maybe not for your highest good. And so maybe you choose then, with bringing this awareness to yourself, you choose to decide that you're going to get attention in a different way. It's still completely valid for you to get attention, but perhaps you decide that you're going to do it in a way that serves you rather than a way that is actually hurting you. Another really great example is when you are meeting the need of one need that you have here, but at the expense of all the other needs. Classic example of this is the need to be safe. A lot of us, I grew up as an abuse survivor. A lot of people that have gone through trauma, but even people who have gone through relationship breakups where their heart was broken, they were devastated from it. They put walls up, right? We put walls up around us, and we feel that putting those walls up and not allowing people to fully come in to our circle and us to be fully engaged and involved in relationships is the way to keep ourselves safe. And that feels good for a while. But now that becomes a habit. That's what we're doing in all of our relationships, not just our romantic ones, but our friendships, our relationships with our neighbors, our colleagues, everybody. And what we're really doing is we have sacrificed the need to be loved and accepted and respected and heard. All of the other needs have been sacrificed for the need to be safe, to be met. So are you really meeting your needs at all? So what do we do about it? We raise awareness is what we do. The very fact that you're listening to this video, that you're actually thinking about, I wonder what my needs are, and I wonder how I'm going about meeting them. That is the beginning of raising your awareness. And that's exactly what I want you to do. Take some time, take the next several days, several weeks, several months to just pay attention to yourself. Have a journal close by. Write down some of the things that you notice, right? When you're speaking to yourself negatively, what's that about? What are you getting from that? When you speak about yourself to somebody else, what are you getting from that? When you behave in this way or that way or this way or that way, whether it's internal or external, doesn't matter. Ask yourself why. What are you getting from it? And then when you realize what you get from it, don't be upset with yourself for wanting that thing. That's valid. That's the need. But start asking yourself, how could I go about meeting this in a way that serves my highest good? That's not at the expense of other needs. That is not negatively reinforcing this need or meeting this need, but meeting it in a really positive, fulfilling way. And then experiment with it. See if you can try some new things, try some new actions, try some new reactions. And just remember that to establish a new habit takes anywhere from 21 to 66 days. So this is likely not going to be something that you simply raise your awareness, decide that you're going to behave differently the next time, and then boom, it's going to be done. You're going to have to work for it. But also remember that all good things are worth that work, and you deserve it. I hope that helps. If you don't already subscribe, I would love for you to do that. Click the subscribe button and click on that bell icon so that you never miss another video. Bless.